Hey, if you are looking to open up a high yield savings account, but you have no idea what to look for when you're doing it, watch this video. I'm not going to make any specific recommendations on which bank you should go to or anything like that. Instead, I'm going to tell you what research you need to do to look at to make sure that you are maximizing your savings account. So the very first thing that you need to look for is make sure that it is FDIC insured. So that means that if there is less than $250,000 in that account, it is insured by the federal government. And if that bank was to go under for whatever reason, then that money would be insured and you would get that money back. So that's really important. The next thing you want to look for is the interest rate. That's the whole point of why you're opening a high yield savings account anyway. So the interest rates right now are between 4.3 and 5.3%. That's the highest that I've seen. So you want to make sure it's somewhere in there and hopefully on the higher end. You also want to make sure that there are no monthly fees, no annual fees, no minimum balance fees, no withdrawal fees, no insufficient funds fees. As little fees as possible is ideal. This is your savings and you want to keep as much of it as you can. You also want to look for the minimum opening balance. This could range anywhere from a penny to $1 to $100 to $15,000. Make sure you're clear on what the minimum opening balance is. I also recommend that you get a high yield savings account with no minimum monthly balance. A minimum monthly balance is a balance that you're required to have in your account on average every single month, and if it drops below that, then you get charged. So make sure that there's no minimum monthly balance. The other thing to look for is limits on withdrawals. Some savings accounts have a withdrawal limit of 6 withdrawals per month, but a lot of savings accounts are moving away from that. So if you don't want to have a withdrawal limit on your account, look for one that does not have a limit. The other thing that can be really important to think about is transfer time. How quickly do you want access to this money? Maybe you can open a high yield savings account at a bank that you already bank with, and it could be super easy to transfer the money between accounts. That's great. Or maybe you don't want access to the money very fast. If that's the case, then I would suggest opening up a bank account that you don't already bank with. And transfer time could be 3 days or a week. It really depends on the bank. The last thing I'll mention is don't be fooled by the bonuses. There are some high yield savings accounts that offer bonuses of like $300, but most of them require a large minimum opening balance, like $15,000. If you have that and that's how much you were planning to put in it, great, maybe you could take advantage of that. But read the fine print. Some of them say you have to maintain that $15,000 on a monthly basis in order to keep that high yield interest rate, which is not ideal because sometimes things happen and it might drop lower than that. So make sure you read the fine print on any bonuses that you're considering. I hope that was really helpful and that you have more clarity on what to research when you're looking into opening a high yield savings account.